Hello, friends. This is Akshay Kadam, faculty at KG India. You are listening to me on the platform of KG Podcast. And on this platform of KG Podcast, today we are going to discuss the topic of rising number of youth suicides in India. So we will begin our discussion by going over surprising statistics. So guys, there was one study called Global Burden of Disease Study in 1990, 2016, which was published by Lancet Public Health Journal. And in that study, what they found is that among men, India accounts for 24% of suicide deaths in the world. Okay. Among men, I will repeat, India accounts for 24% of suicide deaths in the world. And among women, India accounts for 33% of suicide deaths in the world. So its corollary is that out of 4 men that commit suicide worldwide, one is from India, and out of 3 women committing suicide worldwide, one is from India, which is surprisingly very high proportion. And out of total number of suicides that happen in India, 63% of all suicide deaths are reported in India are in the age group of 15 to 29. Okay, 63% of the total suicide that happen in India are from the age group category of 15 to 29. Okay, and guys, further they have found that there is a surprisingly strange correlation between developed states and the suicide rates. Okay, they compiled the data of 2015, and what they found that Maharashtra reported most student suicides in India, followed by Tamil Nadu. And out of total suicide that happen in India, 14% suicides happen in Maharashtra. Okay, so that's surprisingly very large proportion. And remaining states accordingly, they found this correlation between development and the suicide rates. So high rate of suicide in most advanced states reflect the pressure of economic growth. Then, guys, now along with these suicides, students who studied social science and humanities or performed poorly in academics or came from disadvantaged families reported higher rates of depression and suicide rates. Okay, so generally, students who studied social sciences and humanities, okay, or perform poorly in academics, their proportion in among total number of suicide was highest, and even those who committed suicide, a disproportionately high number was of those falling in disadvantage, or those who are from disadvantaged families. Now, guys, what are the causal factors for those suicides in India? So one of the most important causal factor is the lack of economic, social, and emotional resources. Okay, depression is one of the major issue, and for that you need a cognitive this dissonance that is happening. You need release mechanism. Okay, catharsis should happen, and for that you need some economic, social, and emotional resources. Okay, to reduce your mental stress strain, and which generally lacks tremendously in India. For large number of economic or financial problems are there because of large number of our population falls under below poverty line category. Social emotional support are also not available to that extent. Secondly, academic pressure is another major reason for suicides among the age group of 15 to 29. Okay, so student suicides are becoming increasingly common in Kota, Rajasthan, which is considered as a capital of India's shadow education system. Large number are getting reported there. So academic pressure is another important factor. Then unrealistic parental expectation, that is poor relationship with the parents and their excessive expectation of the parents because of the competition for jobs or to getting good marks in career and so on. There is unrealistic expectation and the feeling of being judged and feeling of being unwanted, okay, by the family, by the society, by the relatives. That adds to anxiety, or that creates fear of failure, that leads to inability to cope with the failure, and this anxious environment pushes the youngsters towards suicides. Also, workplace stress is another major factor among youths committing suicide because of these competitive work cultures that are part of the globalized economic system, where you have to be always competitive and excelling, achieving targets and so on. And such a competitive work culture at workplaces adds to your stress. And when it is backed by the issue of unemployment, that is then adds to your stress more. Then, guys, relationship concern, that's one major issue. Post 1991, in liberalized, globalized world, we actually reported, or in India, we found large number of divorce rates are increasing. And guys, in psychology, if you plot the stress, if you consider the stress scale, Then highest stress producing factor is your when you know you are going to die. Second highest stress producing factor is divorce. And so relationship concern, guys, this divorce rate, okay, is a very strong stress producing factor. And in India, suicide rate, this is another factor for high suicide rates. Then breakdown of support system in India. Now large number of family are turning to nuclear families. So traditional large family support system is breaking, and that's also one of the causal factor. Then there is a shortage of mental health professionals in India. India endures an 87% shortage of mental health professionals, psychiatrists and psychologists, and situation is exacerbated by low public spending on mental health. Very less proportion of India's budget gets spent on the public health or mental health. Out of total health budget of India, 0.6% is only gets spent on the what do you call mental health aspects, while in other developed countries, out of total health budget, 4% gets spent on mental health issues. Okay. Then one last factor is financial issues, which I already discussed. But what this report also found is that among total number of suicides happening in India, 70% of them are those people who have had their annual income less than 1 lakh rupees. So, as per this NCRB's data on of 2015 suicides that happened in 2015, what they found that 70% suicides, the people those committed the suicide, 70% of them had an income below 1 lakh per annum. So that's quite economic, shows financial or economic reason as a major factor behind the suicides. So now we will discuss what are the solutions to curb, how we can deal about this. So one of the first factor is, guys, family has to understand their role, okay, in determining or dealing with the youngsters. Family should understand their aspirations, their aims. Family should understand the academic stress, job stress, and whatever all those issues that they are facing. And so families has to reinvent themselves to deal with these youngsters. Secondly, we need to increase the expenditure on mental health, okay, from 0.06% of total health budget to 4%, which is the world average. Okay, as per WHO's report, that's the what developed countries spend. Then we have to increase, and this is one of the most important factor, awareness about mental health issues. In India, mental health is not considered as a psychological issue. It is considered as a personality, a weakness of personality, or a weakness of mental toughness, and so on. Okay, so we have to understand these, the depression, the anxiety, bipolar disorder. There are such a different psychological disorders exist, or psychological issues exist, and they can be treated. So mental health has to be viewed in a different light. Okay, and along with that, guys, there is a large number of largely in India there is a awareness that don't exist between psychiatrist and psychologist. Okay, that these are two different things that even large number of people don't understand, and even going to a psychiatrist is considered as a kind of taboo. So we have to increase this awareness, and we have to increase the society's view towards the mental disorders, mental issues. Then counseling center has to be set up in colleges and universities, because this is the hotspot of academic stress. And so having large number of counseling centers, okay, psychologists, educational psychologists dealing and counseling the students will help them deal with the depression and other challenges that are pushing them towards suicides. Okay, and also India needs to increase its psychological counselors. India faces, as I told you, 87% shortage of mental health professionals. Okay, and so there were 3 psychiatrists per million people. Okay, for 10 lakh people in India, there are only 3 psychiatrists, and according to WHO, okay, this is 95% fewer than the Commonwealth norm of 5.6 psychiatrists per 1 lakh people. Okay, so in India we have only 3 psychiatrists per 10 lakh, but what it is expected we should have, that is 5.6 psychiatrists for 1 lakh people, which is Commonwealth norm as per WHO. So by dealing with this solution, or by changing these scenarios, we will definitely able to deal with the rising number of youth suicide that are happening in India. So thanks for listening, guys.